And we always have a special rhyme about the moon in Mother Goose. And you can trace your child's face or anyone, your own face if you like. The moon is round as round can be. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me. And we have a rhyme about the moon in Spanish too that I love. We say, luna, lunera, cascabelera, baja la escalera para darme un besito. It's a kissing rhyme. We can do it again. Luna, lunera means moon, moon. Baja la escalera, come down the stairs. Give me a kiss. Darme un besito. It's a very sweet rhyme. And also, I want to teach you a little lullaby that is very soothing. It's magical. Whenever you have a baby crying and you need to soothe them, use this song. It might help you. Canta suave, suave, suave. Canta suave una canción. De la luna prende el modo, silenciosa por el cielo va. Canta una canción tan suave como el agua entre las piedras. Como la abeja en las flores, que zumba, susurra, murmura, arrulla. It's a very sweet song. It says, you sing very softly, like the moon that goes in the sky, like the water that sweetly runs through the river. And that song, I put it into a little story that is very special. This story belongs to the oral tradition of the Zapoteca people in Oaxaca, Mexico. And it was written in a poem by Alejandro Cruz Martinez. And then it was published by Rosalma Sousa Barreta in a book that calls The Woman Who Outshined the Sun. Everybody in town remember the day Lucia Centeno came into town. She was wearing a colorful skirt full of butterflies and flowers. Her long, unbraided hair flew in the air, and it looked like it was outshining the sun. She was so pretty and beautiful that people were really scared. They didn't know her. She was walking slowly with her head up, and a green iguana walked at her side. Well, she was very friendly. She tried to make friends with the people, but people were scared about her. They started saying she might do some harm to them. There was a river used to run by that town. And Lucia went to bed in the river. And when she entered the waters and put her hair into the river fell in love with her. And the water rose on her hair and started playing with her long, dark hair. And the fish and the otters, they all started to play with her too. And it was really such an enormous joy. And then when she was done, Lucia will go and sit on a stone right next to the river. And she will take out her comb made out of mosquito tree. And she will comb her hair and she will sing this song. Canta suave, suave, suave. Canta suave una canción. de la luna prende el modo, silenciosa por el cielo va. Canta una canción tan suave como el agua entre las piedras, como la abeja en las flores, que zumbas, murmura, susurra, que arrulla. And while she sang, all the water turned back to the river, and the fish and the otter, they all came back to the river. Well, the people that were always following and spying after Lucia thought that was very strange. And they began to talk about her, and the gossip started, and this talking about what was going to Lucia to do to them. It came to a point where they didn't want her in their town anymore. The elders said, Lucia deserves respect and kindness. She might be different than anybody else, but you should be kind and friendly with her. But the people didn't want to listen to the elders. They kept talking about her until one day they asked her to leave the town. Lucia was very sad, and she said, I'm going to go out of the town, but first I need to go say goodbye to my friend, the river. And one more time, Lucia went to bathe in the river. And as soon as she put her long, dark hair in the water rose again and started playing with her hair. And the fish and the otters, they all start to play with her hair. When she started to come and sing her song one more time to take away the water and the fish and the otter, this time the river didn't want to go back to its old path. And this is how Lucia walked out of the town. And the river, the fish and the otter, they were all following her. The people couldn't believe what was happening. They never thought that their river was going to leave them no matter what they do or what they say. And after that, where it was before a nice, calm, fresh breeze and green trees, it was just a dry serpent of sand. It was very hot, no rain. The plants started to be dry and thirsty, and all the animals and the people were so thirsty, they didn't know what to do. They went to ask the elders, what should we do? We don't have water, or river has left us. Well, the elder said, it is your fault. I told you, you should be kind to Lucia. Now you have to go and look for her, and you need to ask her forgiveness. People didn't want to do that, but they didn't have the choice. And so all the people of the village started walking out of the town, and they walked for a long time. They had to climb on a mountain. They found Lucia in a cave of the iguanas. And Lucia knew they were coming, but this time she gave them her back. She didn't want to look at them. The people stayed there in silence with their heads down. They felt really repentant. Finally, they were two children who spoke, and they say, Lucia, please forgive us. We come to ask your forgiveness. And please give us back our river. And Lucia turned back and looked at them. She saw that they were sad and repentant. And she spoke. I will ask the river to come back to you. But I wanted you to know that the same as the river, give water to anyone, no matter what they do or how they look, you should treat people with kindness and friendship. And she started to walk back to the village. And everybody went back to the old path where the river used to run. And she sat on the rock and took out her comb and started to sing one more time. Canta suave, suave, suave. Canta suave una canción. De la luna prende el modo, silenciosa por el cielo va. Canta una canción tan suave como el agua en el arroyo, como la abeja en las flores, que zumba, susurra, murmura, arrulla. And the water and the fish and the otter, they all came back to the river. And the people were so happy. They all rejoiced and jumped into the river and they play. And they even took all the animals inside the water and there was a celebration. They were so happy. They didn't realize that Lucia was not among themselves anymore. And they were the same children who went to ask the elders, where is Lucia? How come we cannot see her anymore? And the elder said, maybe we cannot see her anymore, but Lucia will be always with us, accompany us and helping for us to be more kind and respectful to everyone. Thank you.